Hello guys, and this is TheRussianGenius, and let's talk about these two decks. So we are going to be talking about a high quality poker-sized deck of cards, and we are going to be talking about a deck of cards which is Brit-sized. And I am not saying that this is a bad deck of cards. I mean, the high quality decks are much better, of course, but these decks, they are good enough if you just want to play games. So let's still talk about the difference between the two decks. So first of all, I'm going to open this deck of cards. This is the Charity Water by Theory 11. You get these two cards as well, which I don't need. This is and more ad cards. Man, always ads. Anyways, let's try to shuffle the deck. And I have just eaten pancakes, so my hands are not as clean as they could be. That is probably one of my first mistakes. Anyways, Enzo, and what you can do with the high quality decks of cards is that you can, of course, do stuff like giant fans and stuff like that. Now, I'm not a big fan of giant fans and stuff like that, but just to show you guys what you're able to do with a high quality deck of cards. For instance, this and that, and then this. Now, these are some of the things that you can do with a high quality deck of cards. There was the Six of Spades, for instance, and just like that, Four of Clubs. I flashed a little bit, but I think it was okay. And then you can also do the Le Pole spread, which is a great move. And since this deck is a little bit stiff, it is a little bit difficult to do the move. One-handed shuffle. And then you can of course do more moves than this, like a one-handed fan, and also other stuff as well. This is my favorite fan, by the way. So you're able to spread the deck out much easier and fan the deck, and that's it. That's the only thing that you can do with this deck of cards. I mean, it's easier to palm the top card off. So if I needed to palm this, I could talk to a spectator and palm off the top card. That is easy to do because the deck is so slippery. You can easily do, for instance, the one-handed top palm, where you palm off the card with one hand. That's not a problem. And you can still easily do, for instance, the cup, where you palm it into this position of the hand. So there are a lot of things which you can do with this deck of cards. For instance, you can dribble the deck, and you can do a lot of stuff which you cannot do with the other decks. And also you can do some moves with this deck of cards which you are not able to do with a cheaper deck. For instance, if you want to call the cards, right? For instance, you can easily, with no problem, call the cards, and it's very easy with a deck of cards like this. There are no problems calling the cards, and if you do it with, for instance, a worse deck of cards, then it is of course going to be more difficult to call the cards. And also, for instance, the pass, I would not say that the pass is easier or more difficult with this deck of cards, but that is all that I'm trying to say. You can still do most of the moves with this deck of cards, and there are no problem controlling a card with this deck and also with the other deck. Now, that is what you can do with this deck of cards. You can shuffle the deck very good. You can also control cards and do fans. You can do anything you want with a deck of cards like this. Now let's move on to the other deck. And this deck of cards, as you can see, this is the first deck of cards I ever bought. So as you can see, you're supposed to take it out of this side, but we can even take it outside the other side if you want to. Now this is how the deck looks like, and as you can see, if we fan, this fan looks amazing. Look how Look how this is professional. Andrew Duke. No, just joking. Andrew Duke, he's a great flourisher indeed. Now, let me talk about this deck. Before I show you some of the moves, I want to say that, as you can see, I do have some crimps in the deck, and it is because when I started out with this deck of cards, there was a point where I tried to learn how to spring the cards, and then there were some accidents with the deck. But still, you are able, for instance, to spring the card. There is one card that fell down, but you are able to spring the cards, as you can see. And this is very difficult, by the way. You are also able to cut the cards if you want to, and look how easy it looks like. Anyways, guys, if you can hear something in the background right now, then it is my mom and my sister that just came home. So that is why there is noise at the moment. So once again, here are some of the stuff that you can do with the deck of cards. As we talked about, you can spring the cards. It is possible to spring the cards, as we talked about. And when you spring the cards, then you do have some small clumps when you're springing them. But still, it is possible. But for instance, this move is going to be really difficult and almost impossible to do. And I would not do it with this deck of cards. Now, one of the things, let's for instance do the pass. So the pass looks something like that. And to be honest, the pass is much easier to do with the lower quality deck of cards. As you can see, just like that, it jumps to the top. You can even do the duck change if you want to. So if you want, you can do this and then the duck change, and then you can even change it one more time from the queen to the king. Just like that. Now, there are a lot of stuff that you can do. For instance, the pop out, just like that. And that was a pop out with 2 cards. So that's also quite nice. Let's try to do something else with the deck of cards, just like that. We can reach inside my back pocket, show it to the spectator that the 4 of diamonds has traveled from the deck into the back pocket. Now, let's also try to do the pass one more time. Just like that. And then it jumps to the bottom. Yes. I accidentally had the pinky break on the wrong place. But still, you can do the pass. You can even do some color changes if you want to. Let me show you some other color changes right now. Now let's just say, for instance, that we go inside the deck and we pick the Joker. And the Joker can be anything, so let me show you this. On top of the deck we have the Joker. We actually do have. So the Joker can be anything, so the 7 of hearts is the Joker. And you don't trust me, but look, if I just do that, it changes to the Joker. So that is one of the things that you can do. You can even do this double lift, as you saw. And this is a very special double lift because you are seeing the card and then it changes. So just like that. And this is a different card. So you can do a lot of stuff with this piece of shit deck of cards. And I mean it, you can do so much stuff with this. It's amazing. And there are times where I perform for spectators, and then I ask the spectators, because I perform in spectator's house sometimes, and then I usually ask the spectator, hey, do you have a deck of cards that you don't use? Then I get a deck of cards like this. So I get a very bad deck of cards like this, and then I'm like, okay, let me show you something. And they pick a card and then they sign the card. So not the 2 of diamonds. As you can see, it's bent very much. It has this crimp, which I do not like. Let's take a card without the crimp. For instance, this one, 8 of hearts. So I ask the spectator to sign the 8 of hearts, and they get a Sharpie or a marker. They sign the 8 of hearts, and then I do the ambitious card. So look, you can easily do the ambitious card. Let me show you this. Place it in the center. Boop. Just like that, jump to the top. We can even do it like this. We can place it around the center of the packet. I think it's around the center, I don't know, just like that. And I mean, you do not have to convince the spectator when doing the tilt, not so much as most people think. Then I tell them, look, your card jumps all the way to the top. I can do it one more time, place it around the middle, and let me show you this. As you can see, your card is not on the top, not now. But look, if you snap, they snap, boop, jump to the top. But this is the top. Just like that. Look, we can even do it like this, where we place it in the center of the deck, and then it jumps to the top magically. Let's try this control. I have just gotten this DVD in my mail. I just got the Selenium Shift in my mailbox from Murphy's Magic for a review, and let's try it out. I've been practicing on it for a little bit now. So 8 of hearts goes inside the middle, and let's try it out. Just like that. Man, that looked beautiful on my monitor. That looked amazing on my monitor. I don't know how it looked like in the video, but it looked very good on my monitor. And this is a bad deck of cards, and I was still able to do it. Let me also show you a few color changes with this shit deck. So, one of the color changes I want to show you looks like this. So, as you can see, 6 of diamonds. Just like that, 9 of clubs. As you saw, so the 9 of clubs is actually all the way on top, and I failed right there. I was supposed to do the clip shift, but I was not able to do it with this deck. And why I was not able to do it, it is because I have never used this deck in a couple of years now. So the idea was that while I'm showing the card, I was supposed to do the clip shift, get it on top, and then reverse it, and then place it back in the center. So what I'm doing is I am taking the card, and then I am doing this move and placing it back. And it is a great way of reversing the card with one hand. So if you, for instance, do the chains just like that, you tell them, no, look, that was your card, and when you come down with the hand, you're able to do it, and it's a great move. Now, this is a great deck, of course. You can easily perform with this deck of cards and still do some amazing stuff. I mean, of course, you're not able to do the one-hand shuffle good enough, but still, it is possible. You can still do this. I get a lot of comments from people that live in India, and they tell me that they do not have a good deck of cards. And I know that feeling. I live in a place where we do not have good playing cards, but luckily I have a magic store around 30 minutes from my house where I can get playing cards if I want to. So that is where I'm lucky, and it's one of my favorite stores, so that's good. You can even do, I mean, you can do so much stuff. You can even do the pullback pass if you want to. Let me try it out. Queen of clubs. I cannot do it. Wait, let's try it out from this side. 5 of hearts. Man, god damn it. Fuck, what is happening? Just like that. 5 of hearts inside the center of the deck, and just like that. That was very sloppy. But still, you get the idea that it is possible. You can even do this chains, which I hate because most people do it wrong, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoy this, and as always, that was the difference between a bad deck of cards, or as people comment on my channel by saying shit deck, and a good deck of cards. Now, it does not matter too much which deck you're using. If you are a flourisher, then of course you need a good deck of cards, and you can still use a bad deck of cards even if you are flourishing. Now here's an example. If you want to do the Sybil cut, and my Sybil cut is not a good Sybil cut, I just learned it the wrong way. So I learned the Sybil cut the wrong way, and here's how it looks like, just like that. It might look like the normal Sybil cut. Let's do the top shot. It might look like the normal Sybil cut, but still it's not 100% like the standard Sybil cut that people they learn. I'm trying to do the top shot. Ah, can you see that? We can almost do the top shot. God damn it, come on. It doesn't matter. So what I'm trying to say is, if you do not have the money to buy a high quality deck of cards, and if you live, for instance, in India, then try to... Wait. Boom. That was awesome. If you, for instance, do not have the money to buy a high quality deck of cards, then try to go out and perform with a bad deck of cards, and then try to get some money and buy a brick of playing cards. A brick of playing cards usually costs around $35, $45, $50 for people that live, for instance, in India, but the shipping is more expensive, and you could try to save up for that. You could easily save up for playing cards by using the money that you get when performing, and then you could still go out and buy the playing cards that you want. So anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and as always, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And I got a new haircut, as you can see. This is kinda weird in my opinion, but still it looks quite nice. I think it looks nice. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching guys. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and see ya in my next video. And man, I really mean it. I really love this channel, and I do enjoy that people are actually watching these videos. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I really mean it. If you have any questions about this, then comment below, and if you have a question that I have never answered, then I will answer it. And anyways, post a comment if you want to ask me something. So anyways, thank you for watching, and check out my website, TheRussianGenius.com. So anyways, thanks for watching, and wait, I've been practicing on this. It's kind of nice. Wait, I'm gonna do it. I have 1 minute left on the camera, and it's going to die. Wait. Just like that. So anyways guys, thanks for watching, and see ya in my next video.